exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my...
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir!
Dane?
Quick, come with me. All right then, but
I've never seen Dane's...
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sir Elegy only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic. Roptatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no—
Well, the Universitas, your president, vice president—
My success is of course. And as for Eftervit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a
you're all here.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sir Elegy. Yes,
You're clearly a person of...
It's my brother, Vedafinir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedafinir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Roptatir more than anyone else in— Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying it. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafinir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedifenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedifenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedifenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does a man like me get out of this situation? You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is...
A letter of pardon? For whom? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem... This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Does it have something to do with Rerir's past? Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. Moon marrow can thus be defined as a spatial gateway. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this, as well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource. We are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gate. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly fueled by... This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
The Lindis. Did you hear about...
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never...
What if he finds out that you pried into his secret?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal guy who happens...
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all... Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want... But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future...
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look at...
I promise, the Lindis...
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please, don't do—
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatyr and Rhindaughter will disarm the security. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me—
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
And the smell is abominable. Clearly the king doesn't allow— Found you. Hello, Miss— Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very often.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of—
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this—
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of war. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path,
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more for him than—
Forgive my curtness, Vedifalnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his— There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would make the visions stop.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right?
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Conrian history.
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. A desperate hope that this is not the end. It is the— There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of choice.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt.
Of course not.
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedalfnir. At this...
You mean your future?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be, and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, that is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your
I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to see you show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it?
My voice. So, you hear it too? It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedalfnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd discovered some monumental secret.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations you may face, for as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not... It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is all I will say on...
I will hold you to...
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell...
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very...
Whatever Vedalfnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to look... Monsters? Is this Rhindaughter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
There is no escape!
Everlasting as the moon! Rise with the sun! Light of the blazing sun! Overruled!
The Universitas. That reminds me, allegedly the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows where but if they were ever gonna activate, it would probably be on a night like tonight.
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true. What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must run on power from the Abyss. And given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger.
How brilliant! show begins! Let my name echo in some...
Transfixed! Try and stop me!
It all adds up. No more lies. The mystery unravels. Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
This is where you fall. Overruled! Wrath from the sky!
There is no escape! It all adds up.
Burn it down!
Shine down!
Witness my rise! Pyroclastic surge! Rev the engines!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Transfixed! Everlasting as the moon! Overruled!
Time to shine!
No more lies. The deception ends here. Can't hide. Shine down!
Light of the blazing sun!
Illusion shattered!
How brilliant!
It all adds up. Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Lake bare! This is where you fall. Transfixed!
Let the world come alive!
No more lies. It all adds up. There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
The show begins!
Monsters! At the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now? Oh no! They're coming! It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapon... I'm done for. Is anyone there? Ah! Stay back! Please stay...
What's that?
Reverie! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
This? No, don't do it! Cylinders! Cylinders!
I told you, Reverie. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our
Rerir. Rerir.
Thalindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right now, in a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you have a huge... His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Cruel as it may be, that was Conria's fate. Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing...
Never! How are you holding up? She's fine, boss.
Yes, you will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone, but they did give us a clear glimpse. However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes...
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of Nodcry in their hour?
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan. Without you, the mission ahead will be all but impossible.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, You were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the entire time. Bravo.
Cool. So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what I saw went right over my head.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will... Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me...
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your employment contract.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door.
Is that...
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't seriously think, in any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chair. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work. Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the Curator.
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor.
Wait, how long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a...
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner. And
so you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes,
Has anything like this ever happened before?
only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what...
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning you're not feeling late?
Meaning this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand.
Boss, it's fine. Really?
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I...
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile?
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water. There's gotta be a source around here. I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all real. And you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious. But anyway, I got...
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Scions.
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your... Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And you have my word that... good sign. There's someone up.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait.
Oh. It's him.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some...
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just...
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently? I'm trying to get in his good book.
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepi?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival, but...
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately, Uncle Retinue says my dad's...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my vocal cords. Come find...
Pile of stones. Got it.
Can't hide the truth.
Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking...
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared the spoils of war with me.
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry. It should last us for a good while.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in. You wouldn't be spending all your time out searching.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty, onto better things. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now, squeezed into these hovels. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave me some contacts in return for my assistance in the desert.
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a partner. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is...
So, do you get anything?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to thief, and now you have to face the consequences.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or both.
And that Special Ambassador Act? Yeah, nice try. We spoke to the academia. They said it... You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert dwellers... There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinue, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. I was the one who helped you and your colleagues avoid the... This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't receive a reply. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Iab and Unut territory. It was praise the gods. The well of the Iab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not without being spotted. I fear they will retaliate. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can This is an emergency. Please send...
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. Some parts are barely legible. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole...
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable...
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer. I promise.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses serious academic potential.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance.
I don't recognize her.
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid. Please help.
So, where are you?
Nowhere special. Just a sand dune.
What about the rest of your family?
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers, no...
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have...
All right, get over here. Sign your name on the form. Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs.
A weak student? Goodness, no.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they...
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. And I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions?
I wanted to check... if someone sent me a letter to the Academia...
Ah, your family wrote to you. As long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if...
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your...
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. It's not just the Academia, either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful and leaves the loot.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've...
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this... This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. What a strange thought. A bunch of mercs losing sleep over rundown build. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Core of 30 had. Who was it addressed to? This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is... Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between levels of consciousness disappeared as our... In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description. For example, my neighbor who always... This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Wait. What's this? The note says, the sender authored this letter. This next one is addressed to... A few words of protest regarding recent changes in recent years. The academia has taken... However, it appears to me that these... As well as receive... Education is the fundamental purpose of this... As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative. But do not forget your roots. You and I were once students too, as was... I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss issues like this with my... Great letter. Shame, and the sender is... I didn't realize anyone else even... So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand Sage. Really enlightened leadership. Whatever. This isn't what I came here for. Moving. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. But if it did, where else would it end up if not in this box? I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. And this is just one... I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through all... Wait. Could...
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague Zay. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. and I therefore see you all as friends. You were kind enough to lead. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly hard time. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no choice but to venture in. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. While we trace our ancestry to Tulatala, we worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively good relations with our fellow tribes. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. So I took some water to keep me and my tribe alive. My actions are certain. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert. And we have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia?
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. I doubt they even... And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with... You liar. You lied about everything. And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks... Which makes you... I think I'll take over from here. I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time here.
Never? You...
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head...
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your... What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic effects.
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically over... It's not worth much.
But never...
All right, that's all from me.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right?
Yeah. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those... And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do, and I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way... It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador,
I assume there's a big business deal to be made.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my the ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very different trajectory. Others grew weak.
Huh. So, you do know who—
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but—
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this—
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light, which records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. These ruins are of great I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50
million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say—
Don't get greedy. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in— I hope
your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch as I—
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you— And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all the—
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation right. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of—
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it—
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's—
What is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
I don't think—
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well, I'm afraid you won't—
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear that well is ours.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for—
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime,
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert. So let me ask you, Chief, if you were the
Kill them all.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert affairs.
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. You're at each other's throats. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter. We are asking for
Say no more.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. Get us access to that. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. People... Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. The monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary, petty human beings. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive. In this dog-eat-dog, but you couldn't do what had to be done.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this is in the past.
I believe I remember you promising to
Yeah, but even so...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
All right, time for a sharp turn. So, anyway, that's enough of that. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh,
Yes, if we can find somewhere to sit down, I could
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says.
You mentioned a temple. What's waiting?
My biggest trades...
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got your power.
I didn't know you were clued up on any...
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within...
That's Boss Neff for ya. She knows everything.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity. But I know about Setho.
What about him? Is he a...
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare-bone basics. Save the flat. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in.
This stuff. Like, look at that statue, for instance. I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but I've never...
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Never! Hey!
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the day. I had a duty to ensure you...
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes...
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Unut and the Iab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Iab ultimately won that confrontation, but their victory came at the final blow to the Iab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Iab fled, and having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seemingly immune to the... As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate deep inside the temple, and there he made a deal with me. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King simply wanted to give the people of this world the power. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any humans, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few gods are willing to admit that.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I gather the others. It's time to share everything. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Reicher of Solnari's background. The Reicher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it doesn't. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences. This is a threat.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and—
Miss Lauma?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of—
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the moon—
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well.
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never mentioned, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Reicher of Solnari.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment,
I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Rehir of Solnari exists in the form. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the wild hunt is a
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was whole to begin with, and he wants to be whole again.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss, much like a curse.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if this raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we—
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... when I think of the man I once knew as Rerir.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but...
Mine too. We could never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies. And the skies are host to many...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to recover.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene. Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the conversation. No. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with... Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chest set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the five. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of him before...
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case.
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, it seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chess set is. What a long and storied history it had. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will? Anyway, after all that, she finally answered the question.
2 days? Holy moly! Can we even
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time we have, there's no way... You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's died.
All right, so... We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse.
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here. It's all of us against the Reher of...
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are...
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ear.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be...
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach, to be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure.
I want to do everything within my power. The Rahier of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll...
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her... As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to just march towards... Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our honorary knight. I want to make sure your courage doesn't come at the expense of your...
Thank you, sir.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some serious thought to your...
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rarer and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are, firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rarer has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. So it's unlikely he has any power. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll choose to fight. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by... Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying for blood, not looking to escape.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like...
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo and...
Plan approved. Scheduling.
Okay! Any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light...
The Frost Moon Scions are behind...
And the rest of you? No objections? All right. Then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with. Next up, an old tradition of mine. Anyone who wants to back out, now's your chance.
Wait! We can still back at it.
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think things through.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice.
Who'd you hear it from?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flynn...
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangama Bay. So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea here? In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name. It's...
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost?
Oh! Does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around?
It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Nodcry is gonna go down the drain.
Okay. So what exactly is so special?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, She wanted me to have something that can store power to I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it all up at once! Never lost so big in my life!
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make...
You will? Well, in that case, how about...
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Raker of Soul...
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know.
Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think... Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand, ta-da! See? It's right here.
Oh, it's so pretty. Did you make it?
No, I have a supplier. We go way back, so he made me a very attractive offer.
Aha! No wonder you were talking about Lucky Charms at the meeting.
Yep. That's not the full story. It actually started... Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day... I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very complicated. Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kasharawar talents, took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen. Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed? So nosy.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous, because you're always so sick.
Could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case. Because it would involve...
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible as the one who made it.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. Either way, all's well that ends well. Huh? What?
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first...
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. There are always going to be times in life when you have to give something. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was... and more than that. No one knows what the future will bring. Oh, that? I was just... Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience...
All right.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Oh, and could...
Add Astra.
Thank you for complete.